Hi! I feel like I spent a freaking hour trying to set up this camera, and it's still not right. Is this better? Yeah, it's good enough anyway. Hi friends, hope you're all doing well, hope you're all staying safe and sound and sane, and is that like my new catchphrase? I feel like I say that in every video. Today I thought I would film a Q&A video. I've actually never made a Q&A video, so this is a first time for me. And you get to witness it. Oh man. I'm actually going away next week, and I'm not going to tell you where I'm going. Can you guess in the comments? Probably not. I bet you have no idea where I'm going. Go ahead and try. I dare you. So I don't really have anything else to post right now, and I thought, what would be a better time than to make a Q&A video? Like all the big YouTubers do when they don't have anything else to post. They make a Q&A video. Alright, so I asked you guys to send your questions in through Instagram. Here is where I plug my Instagram. Go follow me. Thank you. Alright, so the first question I got is from kovac.ziga. And it is, have any plans to visit Europe when all of this is over? Yes and no. I can probably name at least 50 places I want to visit in Europe on the top of my head sometime in the future. However, I'm still in college right now, so my wallet says no. But one day I will get there. Next question is from A Baldwin 9, not Alex Baldwin. And it is, what is my favorite film? This is a tough question. My favorite film, I don't know if I have one of all time. My go-to film would probably be either Kodak Color Plus, even though I actually haven't really shot that in a long time, because I've been trying all of these new films. But I would say that one's my favorite just because I really like the colors it produces, and it's cheap, and I am very cheap myself. So, however, Cinestill 800T is one of my favorites in the entire world. I've only shot it like twice, but I really like it. My favorite experimental film would either be Psychedelic Blues number 3 or Double Film's Apollo film. Double Film's Apollo has some really unique colors in it, and I think it looks really beautiful. Next question is from Souster Adam, and they asked, what got you interested in photography to begin with? So, my interest in photography started around middle school, I would say, because that's like when Instagram I feel stupid saying that, but that's like when Instagram sort of was created, I guess. What year was Instagram created? I'm gonna look it up. 2010. Wow, that's not... I was thinking it was earlier than that, actually. So Instagram's like 10 years old. How about that? So yeah, I'd say it started around there because I remember the original Instagram filters mimicked film looks and Holga camera looks. And that's when I first started getting into, well, maybe not getting into, but that's when I first started becoming interested in film. I was still very long ways away from actually shooting film, mostly because I never really even knew what film was back then. Anyway, that's how I sort of caught an interest in photography, and I got my first professional quote-unquote camera. It was like a $200, I still have it, a Nike. This one, it is very dusty, if you can see, but it's a Nikon D3100. This was my first DSLR. I remember I just really wanted one that had a detachable lens because I thought that meant that you were really professional. Any camera that I had before this one was one of those like point and shoot ones that were really compact. I had a couple of those. Those were the days, man. Those were the days. After that, I sort of dropped interest in photography, mostly because I didn't know how to shoot on manual, and I got discouraged. So yeah, but I ended up finding interest again a couple years later, and here we are. Next question is from Vincent Jack 97. This question I really like. It is, how do you personally drown out social media's constant comparing of everyone's work? This is hard. I think every creative, not even every creative person, like anyone really who has social media deals with this. Basically, it can be kind of easy to see all these other people from all over the world posting on the internet, on Instagram, and like seeing how much traction they get, how many comments they get, and how many followers they have, blah, 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 blah. It's easy to get wrapped up into that, and I think it's crucial to remember that every account that you see like this has a person behind it that is the same as me and you. For the most part, they also compare themselves to everyone else, and basically what I do to deal with that is limit my time. I probably spend 20 minutes max on Instagram per day outside of just posting or answering messages. Part of the reason why I don't answer my messages that fast is because I don't get on Instagram that much. One thing I will say that helped me with this is I like reading, and I've always wanted to read more. So one day I took the initiative to download the Kindle app onto my phone, so then every time I got an itching to go onto my phone or like sit on social media, I would just open my Kindle app instead and read instead of scrolling mindlessly through the internet, which has been great. That's how I've been reading so much, honestly, especially with the pandemic and everything. Just try and separate yourself from all of it and just like take it in for inspiration. Try not to overthink it, which is a lot easier said than done. I don't know, we're all in the same boat. We're all just floating on this rock, taking pictures with our fancy rectangular objects, and yeah. Does anything really matter? I don't know. It doesn't, but like, it does. It doesn't though. This next question is from my friend Joan, who has a channel here on YouTube, so you should go check her out and follow her, just saying. Her question is, if COVID didn't exist, you can travel anywhere right now, where would it be and why? I've always wanted to see Switzerland and Iceland. I've never even been to Canada, I've never been outside of the US. I am very uncultured. So I think seeing places like that would be super cool to me. So yeah, I think I'd probably go somewhere like that. The next question is from Thomas Skretchmer. I'm sure I said that wrong, and I'm very sorry. Their question is, what are your favorite movies? Do you ever find inspiration in cinema? Yes. I actually don't watch that many movies, because I have a horrible attention span. One movie I think of in particular for this question is Edward Scissorhands. I watched that movie for the first time last year. Oh my god, it is incredible. Like, every scene, every shot is so beautifully created. Like, it blew my mind. It blew my freaking mind. Definitely a lot of inspiration from that film. I've been meaning to watch it again and literally just like take screen caps. But yeah, that's like the first film that comes to mind anyway. I've been meaning to watch a lot more of film noir. How do you say it? Film noir? Film noir. Noir, that's what it is. I've actually been meaning to watch a lot more of some film noir, which T Hopper, a channel here on YouTube, if you've never heard of her, she does a fantastic evaluation of film noir and a bunch of other really cool shit, so go check her out if you've never heard of her, because oh my god. But yeah, I definitely find inspiration in cinema. I frequently go through Pinterest and look at like cinematography and try and find inspiration that way too, because that's also a good reference place to begin at if you don't want to watch a full movie but you want to gather inspiration from some like cinematic scenes, if that makes sense. Alright, the next few questions are from my friend Megan, and the first one I would like to address is, why is Jasmine so heckin' cute? Jasmine, if you don't know, is my dog. She is a Black Lab and Doberman mix, and she is the light of my life. It's actually my brother's dog. I just like babysit her from time to time, but I like to call her my dog because she likes me more. Anyway, why is she so cute? I don't know, probably because I gave birth to her. It's the only logical explanation. How do you feel about originality in a creative sense? Is there such a thing anymore? Not really. Actually, one of my professors when I was studying graphic design introduced us to a website called Everything is a Remix, I think it is, everythingisaremix.com. It elaborates the fact that literally everything is derived from something else. Like all the music we listen to today is completely derived from all the music that was made in the past because there's only so many chords you can use. But in a photography sense, I think there's, especially if you like go outside and document things, there's always going to be a sense of originality in that because who else is going to be there at that exact same time of day in that exact same spot with everything exactly how it is when you're taking that picture? So I think that has some originality to it. However, I think like we see with trends on Instagram with editing, and I don't really know how to explain it, but there's always going to be trendsetters, you know, and even those people who start those trends took inspiration from other people. You know what I mean? There's only so much you can do to create originality, and even then, it's really not that original. Yeah. The last two questions I have are from my friend Lou over at Sweet Lou Photography. Go check him out right now. Alright, so I'll start with the most important question, and that one is, who is the best villager? And obviously this is in reference to Animal Crossing. Get with the times if you don't know what we're talking about. But my all-time favorite Animal Crossing character has always been Lucky, who was actually featured in the latest update trailer for Halloween. He is the dog that's dressed as a mummy. I have always had such a soft spot for him, so he's definitely the best in my book. His other question, which is one that I actually really like, it is, what does film photography give you as a creator that digital doesn't? Something I really love with film is that I have to take my time to take a picture because, I mean, you can do that with digital, but with digital you can just shoot away as much as you want. You're not wasting any film, you're not wasting any money. That is one thing I like with film. I feel like I think more about the picture that I'm taking. I also like the element of surprise where I will get a roll back or I'll develop a roll and I'll see pictures that I completely forgot about. It's also just more fun to me. Like, I love going to thrift stores or like looking at eBay for new cameras and just like figuring out how they work. To me, that keeps it really exciting. I get bored pretty easily, so I need that level of excitement. And along with like finding out about different cameras, trying out new films, and like that's why I do experimental films a lot, just because I like different things. And it's fun to me to do that sort of stuff, to experiment, and yeah, because you never know what you're gonna get. You never know. Alright, that is it, my dudes. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!